posting on social media can be a necessary evil for bloggers, and all the conflicting information out there can make it 10 times harder than it needs to be. Today we're going to dive in and take a look at some of the biggest social media myths that are costing you time, money, and sanity. Hey, I'm Liz Stapleton. I'm host of the Blogger Breakthrough Summit, which is an annual virtual summit, and this is the Blogger Breakthrough Summit podcast, where I share some of the incredible tips and tricks that were shared during our most recent summit. In today's episode, you're going to be learning from Angie Gensler, a social media master and creator of the Social Content app. Let's get to it.
So myth number one is that social media is free. Well, yes, you can create a free profile and you can start promoting your business on any platform for free. You don't have to invest money. The truth is, social media costs a lot of time. And when you're filling every role in your business, you're head of finance, HR, marketing, product development, customer service, you name it, your time is precious and time is money. On top of that, you may have to pay for additional tools in order to help you create, schedule, and promote your content on social media. So social media is not free. And what you need to know is what your time is worth so that you can spend it wisely. So if you spend 2 hours creating an Instagram reel, that's 2 hours that you're not making cold calls or you're not writing a new blog post to attract new customers to your site, to your business. So really think about your time as money so that you can spend it accordingly. Okay, myth number two is that you have to be on every single social network. Now, this is absolutely not true. The truth is, you just need to be where your ideal customer is. Your ideal customer isn't on every single channel. They are likely spending more time on one channel versus the others. So for example, a family photographer could focus on Instagram and totally ignore Twitter, LinkedIn, and possibly even Facebook. But a B2B architectural photographer would want to focus on LinkedIn, and they could possibly ignore Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So to help you determine which channel you should focus your time, I recommend you create a buyer persona and get really crystal clear about who your ideal customer is and where they hang out. That will help you narrow down which channel to focus on. Okay, myth number three is that you have to post different content to every single channel. Now, this myth goes hand in hand with the previous one. Many people think that they need to be on every channel and posting unique content to every channel. But the truth is, cross-posting your content is just smart marketing. Now, if you remember, your ideal customer isn't going to be on every single channel, nor will they see your content on every single channel. So cross-post your content to maximize your reach. Now, you may think that this is contradicting what I said in myth 2 about only being where your ideal customer is. That's true, but you can still have a presence on the other channels. So what you're going to do is create content for one channel that you've decided is your focus channel, and then you can use social media scheduling tools to cross-post that content to all your other channels. So it's really about working smarter, not harder, and leveraging tools to help you do that. And I'll share some tools with you later in the presentation to help you do just that. Okay, myth number 4 is that social media networks are broadcast channels, and that social media is really a place to share all about you and all about your business. But the truth is that social networks are interactive channels. They're social. Your content should be less about you and more about your audience. Now, to help you create content that people will engage with, think about questions. Questions are really the best way to engage your audience. Ask questions that encourages them to respond and to comment and to engage with your content. Okay, myth number 5 is that you have to post 3 to 5 times a day in order to get results. Now, the truth is, consistency is more important than frequency. Thank goodness, right? For us busy small business owners. So I want you to find a frequency that works for you and your business and stick with that. Don't commit to posting 2 times a day if you can't maintain it over the long run. So to help you create content consistently, I recommend you use content creation tools. So I'm going to share a content creation tool with you at the end of the presentation that's going to help you create content much faster, much easier. Okay, let's move on to myth number 6, and that is that your images and videos have to be perfect. Many people think everything has to be flawless and be professional quality if you're really going to grow a big following and do great on social media. But the truth is, your images and videos have to be authentic, not perfect. The days of perfect social media feeds are long gone. So unless you are trying to get work as a model, you want to keep your images and your videos real and raw, because people really aren't interested in seeing the perfect, polished version of you and your business. They want authenticity. Now, this doesn't mean that you produce complete crap either. So it is worth investing a little time to learn about good lighting and good audio. But luckily, your phone and good daylight is really all you need to create great images. And if you want to take it to the next level, a cheap ring light and a microphone is all you need to create good quality videos. Okay, myth number 7 is your feed must have a cohesive aesthetic. This one drives me crazy. You see this one more on Instagram, and it is just totally bananas. So many people are teaching that your images must have a similar look and feel to them, and it is exhausting as a small business owner and almost impossible to create this perfect, cohesive aesthetic. The truth is, and this is my response to that, is what the heck? No true business owner has time for that. If you're an influencer, a magazine, a model, maybe you have a large team, fine. Go ahead, create a cohesive aesthetic. But for the rest of us, it's completely ridiculous. So please stop worrying about your aesthetic. Instead, I want you to worry about honoring your brand standards. So if you create a custom graphic that you want to share on social media, create it in your brand colors and put your logo on it. So honor your brand standards in your imagery, but don't worry about all your images having a similar look and feel and all matching and being perfect and beautiful. That is so not necessary. Okay, let's move on to myth 8. We are almost through all the myths. So myth number 8 is that you have to share lots of portraits and selfies. So if you're like me, this one really makes you cringe. I came of age before social media, so taking a selfie, it feels kind of dirty. It feels like I'm getting naked in public and I'm doing something wrong. Like I still struggle to come to terms with taking selfies. So luckily, if you are like me, the truth is that posts without people still get results. You don't have to have your feed filled with selfies. And these images that you see here, these are taken from Simple Green Smoothies, and that's a business with nearly 400,000 Instagram followers. And they have very few photos of the founders within their feeds. It's really mostly pictures of fresh food, nature, and products they promote. Sometimes they have an interesting graphic that they created. So you do not have to have your feed filled with selfies to get results. So instead of sharing a bunch of selfies or a bunch of images that you think are going to get results, instead I want you to share what feels authentic and comfortable to you and your brand. Photos of food, quotes, landscapes, different graphics that you create, architecture, nature, photos of your products, those will all work just great. You don't have to have your feed filled with pictures of yourself. Okay, let's move on to the final myth. Myth number 9 is that scheduling your posts using third-party tools will hurt your reach and your post performance. Now, thank goodness this one is a myth. The truth is, scheduling tools will save you time and sanity, and they don't hurt your performance.
Okay, hopefully this episode has helped shed some light on the biggest social media myths out there and maybe even made your life a little bit easier. Be sure to join me next time when we learn how to build products your readers will love using existing blog posts. I'll catch you then.